Our activity of week 1 is called the Identity Collage, and it's an art-based activity that's going to help us to look at all of the individual parts of our identity and how they come together to make us who we are. The word collage is just a fancy name for a piece of art in which lots of small bits are maybe cut up or separated, and then they're put together to form something new and whole. And hopefully you can understand why that's especially useful when we're looking at identity, how there are many different parts and how all those parts come together to make something special. So what's that going to look like for us? I have done one already, so I'm going to show you it now. And what we're going to ask you to do is to draw or find a picture of yourself to put in the middle of a page. And then what we're going to do is ask you to find or draw lots of pictures or write lots of words that represent different parts of your identity around that. So you can do that just with a pen and paper. You can do that with the help of colours, cutting out, sticking in. You can do it with a printer and a computer, which is what I did. And I am going to show you a little bit more about my identity collage now. So I open my Knowing Me, Knowing You pupil book firstly, and then do a simple quick little trace of my face in pencil to start off. Then I grab some colouring pens and accent the key features there. So you can see already I've got my glasses in tow. I'm adding my blonde or ginger hair, depending on your view. And I have my favourite green shirt there at the bottom. So a key part of the collage next is to cut out or draw some aspects of the rest of my identity and to glue those onto this page. So that's what I'll be doing now. There's a book to start. There's a picture of a guitar. There's Chelsea Football Club's logo, piano, a coffee cup, a picture of Durham, where I went to university, and a map of Belfast. And I found these all online and then coloured them in afterwards. So as you can see, I am just sticking those around my head. And this shows different aspects of my identity in a really interesting way, because you can see that there are many parts that are all floating around what I look like. So all you then have to do is write down some bits that describe the pictures that you've got there. Family and friends, do a little bit of decoration, maybe a little bit more than me, and then you're done. Yeah, that's us. Now, hi everyone, I would love to introduce you to my buddy right now.
Well, I mean, Gareth says buddies, we work together. But yes, my name is Nadine. I work with Gareth.
Brilliant. Nadine, I just showed these guys my identity collage a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, cool.
A little bit of my face in the middle and then some stuff that I kind of like to do and I feel is part of my identity outside. I think you might have one there, though.
I think you're right, Gareth.
Here,
so, yeah.
Would you talk us through it? Look at this. Fantastic.
I will, of course. So I don't know if my art skills are much better than yours were, but I'm hoping it's nice and colourful, so that might get me away with it, my drawings.
So can you lift it up a wee bit, Ned? Thanks. There we go.
Can we all see it there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone, this is my identity collage, and I know that you guys will be doing this yourselves. I put on here all the things that I think make up my identity. So over here on this corner, this is kind of my hobbies corner. So I have some yoga. I like to do some yoga to relax and yeah.
Namaste.
Yeah. Anyone that works in my office knows me, like Gareth knows. I love coffee. I could drink it all the time. And I actually used to work in a coffee shop.
I had coffee down, Nadine. That's good, isn't it? I had coffee down, yeah.
That's quite nice. We have that in common, Gareth.
Yeah.
And one here is that you guys might actually have on yours as well, is my school badge. This is my school that I went to called Drumra, and I actually still used to work there as well, and still would go down and visit them quite a bit, and it means quite a lot to me. So I think that is a big part of my identity. And then if we move over here, I have my family and my friends. My family and friends are really important to me and quite a big part of what I would think about my identity. They're people that I spend a lot of time with, and who I share a lot of the same interests with or the same views as well, and who I love very much as well.
Here, that's one thing you've done better than I did, because I just wrote family and friends. But you've got some lovely pictures there to show. Did you have family and friends?
Some photos. So this is me, my mum, my dad, and my brother. These are a couple of my friends here, and this is actually my friend's dog. I love very much too, called Maisie. So then the final kind of part here is more where I'm from.
Okay.
So I'm from County Tyrone, which is why my accent sounds a bit different to Gareth sometimes. Yeah. Up here, I have a sign that says, if anyone can read it, it actually says my name and the word Kenmar below it. So my name's actually Irish. It's spelt Irish. It's spelled with 2 fattas over 2 of the letters in it. And it's actually Irish for Kenmar, which is a town in County Kerry.
Brilliant name.
So I think, and it's always a really interesting fact that I like to tell people about where my name comes from. And it's quite nice, kind of word to me, because it links in here with this picture of a flag that I have in the middle. This flag's the tricolour, and it's the flag of Ireland, which is the country that I would call myself from. I'm from Ireland and I'm Irish.
So that would be like me being called Antrim or something like that. So your name is a town in Irish. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
And the flag, I wasn't sure what flag to put down for myself. You know, I kind of ummed and ahed about it. And I suppose like there isn't really many Northern Ireland specific flags. So I don't know if any other people in the class would have any other kind of flags that they feel represent them. But that's a really interesting one, and shows just like the different personal things that we can put down to show yours that might not show mine. But yeah, no, that's really brilliant.
No, exactly. And it's really nice that we can talk and learn about each other from the Identity Collages, and when we're talking about the flags and stuff as well. We can discuss those and see what we think of it different. Brilliant.
Here, thanks very much, Nadine.
Not at all. Thank you, Gareth. That was really fun. Actually, I had a lot of fun making that, and even learning about my own identity again and really thinking about it was quite interesting. Thinking about the things that make up me.
Glad to hear. I think we're going to be seeing a bit more of you over the coming weeks as well. We've got a couple of plans, but won't say anything more about them now.
We'll leave it a big surprise.
A surprise, right enough. All right, shall we say bye to everybody in their classes, Ned?
Sounds great.
All right,
bye everyone.
See you later.
See you guys later.
Class,
bye.
Thanks very much. The key part of the Identity Collage activity is that it is personal. I've done mine in a way that felt true to me, and I want you guys to do the same. So we want you to put as many different elements of your identity down here, and we want you to use art to express it in a way that feels true to you as well. The second thing is we're going to be asking you, if you're doing this in a class, to share your identity collage and maybe chat about it with a couple of other people in your class. So only put down things that you'd be comfortable talking about later on. The Identity Collage is a really interesting way to pull together all those individual parts that make us all special and ultimately contribute to our identity, and to show them in one piece of art. Okay, so I hope you get on well with it. That is us for week 1 of Knowing Me, Knowing You online. I hope you get on well with the activity for this week, and I hope you learned some interesting things about identity and also about yourself. If you're watching this at home, you should be able to find all the resources in the description below the video, and if you're watching it in a class, your teacher should have access to those. If there's anything you'd like to send to us, then you can get in touch with the email below the video or send them through your teacher as well. But I'm looking forward to joining you next week for our second session of Knowing Me, Knowing You online, where we'll be discussing culture and all the ways that that influences our identity. So we'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in to week 1. See ya.